Hey folks, so far I am 3 for 3 and getting one of these out weekly. I'm going to try and post one every Thursday, kind of a throwback Thursday thing, for the next 45 remaining weeks. See if I can do it as we work our way through just the 10 of us. So this is Retro Fat. My name is Jeremy. Ordinarily I talk about weight loss and Power Rangers on this channel, sometimes cancer as a cancer survivor, but also sometimes I just like to reminisce on TV shows that were meaningful to me in the past, especially if they have something in them that in some way, shape, or form relates to being fat. Kind of the running joke of this entire series is that Coach was a big guy, and looking back on it now, like, compared to me at least, he was he wasn't really that big at all. He was just husky. But hey, you know, that's TV. So anyway, I adore the show, and the episode we're watching today, the third episode of the first season, is one of my favorites. Often the first seasons of a show don't play as well as later seasons for a variety of reasons, including just simply the fact that characterizations change. And we do have some characterizations that change. Cindy, and this episode is probably the biggest example of it. Cindy in this first season was very focused on her beauty. And then later she becomes still beautiful. I mean, Jamie Luner, she's always gorgeous. But later she becomes ditzy, and that is kind of her character's focus. So here in this one, you'll see that she hasn't quite hit that ditzy yet, at all, in fact. But the fact that this show only lasted for what was basically 2.5 seasons is probably why this first very truncated, 4-episode first season doesn't stand out so differently. If just the 10 of us had made it like Full House or Growing Pains and it lasted 7 or 8 years, which it absolutely should have, then we might have noticed a bigger difference. But anyway, this episode, The Birthday Gift, once again directed by John Tracy, written by Tom Walla, and this originally aired on May 10th, 1988. I hope you enjoy. Let's get to it.
So, what do we learn? They're rude, they speak through their noses, and they can cook. Enough about France. Now we move to the land down under, Australia, where they have koalas.
All right, so this was something that I think they experimented with it a few times in some early seasons. I feel like we see it at least once more, where the episode was opened with like a piece of a stand-up type material. Of course, Bill Kirchenbauer was a stand-up comedian. This character, of course, is a spinoff from Growing Pains, but the actor is a stand-up comedian, and he was funny, clearly. There's another episode later when the Lubbock Babes get involved in season 3, where we have a bigger chunk of his stand-up. He's actually credited as a writer even on that episode, but that's a while yet. But this wasn't something they stuck with, and I kind of wish they had. This was fun.
Life is a race and I know I can win it, 'cause I'm learning the rules of the game. If I can stay on the ball, take it minute by minute, I just might make the Hall of Fame. What can I say? I'm doing it the best I can. Leaning on nobody but me. Oh, seeing it from where I stand. Nothing comes easy.
We're very late on the electric bill, or the kids are finally starting to remember to turn off the lights when they're out of the room.
That's right, Graham. They sure must all be out of the room, all right. Surprise!
What?
Happy birthday, Daddy!
But my birthday's not till tomorrow.
That's the surprise.
Can I just point out that Sherry was pretending to be a lamp with a lampshade on her head? That was adorable.
Oh, honey, I don't know what to say.
You're just like you had in New York.
Dad, now you're bi-coastal.
It's a good thing.
Okay, so this is an example of Cindy would not have made a joke starting even a season 2 that Graham wouldn't have got. We do see a few elements of times where it is implied that he is where her stupidness, for that's too harsh a word, comes from. But the main thing I also want to point out here is that Yo Coach was going to be the title of the show at one point. I think they settled on Just the 10 of Us pretty quickly, but I think in large part because this was prior to Coach with Craig T. Nelson, but it was right around that same time. And I think even though Coach hadn't come out yet, they didn't want to use Yo Coach when Coach was coming probably the next fall, if I had to guess.
Okay, Sherry, you're next.
You expect me to follow that?
Come on, come on. Oh, shampoo.
The perfect size for you.
Yeah, it's at least a 2-year supply. Okay, who's this one from?
Not me.
Me either. It was just left in our mailbox.
There's no postmark.
No return address. No, nothing. But it says it's for you, all right here.
Yeah, we've been racking our brains about it all afternoon.
Took Wendy 3 hours to find her brain, 30 seconds to rack it.
That's a perfect example. That joke would have been switched in season 2.
Well, whoever it is, not that they're in this room, saved a bundle on the wrapping. Sweet jumping Jezebel.
Daddy, you're rich.
But this is a ton of money. There must be hundreds and hundreds of dollars here. Wait, there's a card. From somebody who knows how much you really need this. Well, who could have done this?
Whoever it is, I hope he remembers my birthday.
Come on, one of you has to know something about this. Come on, somebody say something.
It wasn't me, Daddy.
9:14, 9:15, 9:16,
Graham.
9:17,
11:30.
11:31, 11:32. Now I have to start over.
Honey, it's $1,233, just like the last 5 times.
And you swear that you
Honey,
did?
if I had that kind of money laying around, don't you think I would have told you about it?
Well, Elizabeth, you don't always tell me everything.
Like what?
Elizabeth, if I knew that, that would mean that you do tell me everything.
Well, there, see?
Well, all right. You always have a little stash hidden away in the cookie jar.
Graham, this is not a little stash. This is a major wad. You okay?
No. I just remembered. Mr. Futterman from the old neighborhood, he once got a shoebox full of cash one day, and the next day the mob had him sleeping with the fishes.
We're not in New York anymore.
Well, maybe the California mob has you do lunch with the fishes.
This money is not from any mob. I know that.
Aha! It was that big deal brother of yours, wasn't it? He heard we were behind the 8 ball with this moving bill, and he decided to show me up again.
If my brother sent it, his picture'd be on every bill.
Yeah, you're right. Well, who else knows about the financial bind we're in?
Just you, me, the moving company, and God. Graham, that's it.
Oh, please.
I have been praying about this. Isn't it just possible it's a miracle?
Yeah, like it's just possible that I need to put on a couple pounds.
Don't make fun of my face.
Elizabeth, I've grown accustomed to your faith.
Why isn't it possible that this is a gift from God?
God does not send a stack of unmarked bills in a shoebox.
Oh, so you're saying that God, who created Mount Rushmore, can't come up with $1,200?
He didn't create Mount Rushmore. Guys with blasting caps did.
You know what I mean. And besides, how do you explain my Uncle Frank?
I can't. I'm not a veterinarian.
The troop ship he was supposed to be on sank, but Uncle Frank got on the wrong ship and lived. And you're saying that's not God's work?
No, I'm saying Uncle Frank's an idiot.
But who made him an idiot?
Elizabeth, there is a flesh and blood human being behind this money, and I'm going to find out who it is.
Honey, what does it matter? Let's just be thankful.
I'm going to go through our phone book and write down all the names of the people who might have given me this money.
Check under G for God.
You have God's phone number?
I adore Graham and Elizabeth's relationship, but that, first of all, I'm accustomed to your faith, to you have God's phone number. This show, we were robbed. This show should have lasted so much longer than it did.
I can't believe I let you talk me into this, Wendy.
God, I'm a fabulous actress.
Oh, yeah, Morgan Fairchild's really worried.
Yeah, well, I'm scared. Did you see the way his lower lip quivered when he asked us if we knew anything about the money?
Oh, you two are such wimps. Will you grow up? You aren't feeling a little guilty about what we had to do to get that money?
Why should she feel guilty? Besides, I'm the one who had to do something disgusting to get it.
Oh, sure, bring that up again.
Yeah, well, I'm the one who had to...
Lady!
You weren't even... The main thing is we gave Daddy something he really needs. Now, let's not panic.
Connie, you just said you were scared. Now you say don't panic. Do you always have to argue both sides to every question?
Yes. No.
Yes, Wayne? In a minute, Coach. I got some behind to kick. In my office now, mister. Now, I want you to tell me what in the hell... What in the heck you were doing when you were supposed to be in my damn... in my darn gym class.
Coach Johnson, I was just...
Just as I thought. No excuses. Take 10 laps, and I mean double time, mister.
What in the heck is that?
Well, he was dogging it, so I told him...
No, that jar.
No. Father Hargis has been on me to clean up my language around the kids. So I've been finding myself a dollar bill every time I slip. You'd be surprised how fast that adds up.
You big lug. I can't believe I didn't think of my old buddy.
Dwayne, could you sign these?
Oh, Father Hargis. Have you any idea what kind of a sweet guy this is?
He had me completely fooled.
Yeah, me too.
We'll come back later.
Wait a minute, he didn't think that...
It's okay. I like to keep Father Hargis guessing anyway.
Dwayne, you are a prince.
I said guessing.
Dwayne, I know.
Know what?
Well, you never quit, do you? Look, it was awfully sweet of you, but I can't accept it.
You can't.
No, but I tell you what, we'll call it a loan, and as soon as I get this moving bill off my tail, you'll get back every cent plus interest. Does that sound fair?
More than fair. What in the world are you talking about?
Hey, quit. The cat's out of the bag. I know you sent me $1,200 for my birthday.
$1,200. The only way I'd send you $1,200 is if you had hair and breasts and lost about 20 pounds.
Well, darn it, somebody sent me that money.
Well, God darn it, it wasn't me.
Well, people just don't give you things in this world. You gotta earn them.
You don't think I know that?
Well, fine then.
Well, fine then.
Well, fine.
Oh, by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
Mom, save it, ladies. I'm only going to ask you this once. Where did the money come from that your father got for his birthday? Constance, back in line.
Mom, my theory is it was a gift from God. Isn't it beautiful?
And which one of you was his helper?
Oh, Mom, we never have anything to do with God. I mean...
Okay. Now, I am going to look each one of you in the eye, and I want you to tell me you had nothing to do with this. Wendy?
Mom, I don't have the slightest idea where it came from.
Cynthia?
Mom, I was as surprised as everyone else.
Marie Elizabeth.
Mom, I had absolutely no...
Okay, we did it, but I wouldn't exactly call it prostitution.
Okay, I love this. I love this entire lineup we have here, with Connie being the one who broke. I have to point out that Marie, who is the one we would expect to tell the truth, I noticed she was doing two things there, which I'm overthinking a sitcom, but I still noticed she did not make eye contact. She was very purposely looking away, and she was clearly about to say something to kind of give her plausible deniability, like, I do not know where that money specifically came from, is what I expected her to say, something along those lines. But I love that line from Connie's. I wouldn't exactly call it prostitution.
There's nothing like what you're thinking at all.
It was completely innocent.
Innocent prostitution. Oh, we thought that maybe, deep down inside, you just really didn't want to know, although that's looking more and more like a mistake.
Mom, we did what we did for a good cause.
And no one got hurt.
Not yet.
First of all, I want to say this was Wendy's idea.
That's true. It all started last week when Dad was dropping hints about his birthday. Go, Dad.
You yourself. Whoa. Where's everybody going?
To the movies. Mom knows.
It's $5 a carload night at the drive-in. We're going to make them regret it.
Well, for a second there, I thought all my children might be going, shopping.
Shopping this late?
Yeah, well, I happen to know for a fact that downtown Tall and Portly is open very late on Thursdays and Fridays.
I already got you a birthday present, Daddy.
Let me just say that Tall and Portly is such a better name than Big and Tall for a big guy's clothing store.
My birthday? Oh, gee, it is coming up soon, isn't it?
Dad, we wouldn't forget about you. Mom wouldn't let us.
Okay, hey, 17, 34, I like pockets and no pants without a fly. I'm superstitious.
Connie, we're going to be in the car.
This was the night that you guys got that bill from the moving company.
Oh, I remember that night.
Oh, hi, Graham.
Well, the moving company wants $800 more than their estimate. What are we supposed to do?
Well, we sure can't move.
Just once in my life, I'd like to start a month not in the hole, not ahead, just, even.
Oh, honey, we'll manage. We always do.
Maybe I should buy a lottery ticket. Nah, I'd never win. I'm a U.S. citizen with no prison record, plus I speak English.
It was so sad. Like a scene in a movie with Meryl Streep, or Pam Dauber, or some great actress like that. I waited to tell everyone till we got rid of JR and Sherry. I didn't want to scar them emotionally any more than they already are. Everyone was moved, even Wendy.
Bummer.
I wish there was something we could do for him.
Mom, too. How long could you be stoic?
Oh, boy, you learn a new word and you just have to beat it to death, don't you?
I know. We could have a bake sale. The guys at St. Augie's said they really like my... Maybe that's not what they meant.
There's gotta be some way of raising money. And let's think about our individual talents.
Can you raise money dating?
Never directly. But as being the only girls at an all-boys school, we could command a pretty good price for an evening.
Wendy being the schemer, this is kind of like our first introduction to that, and it lasts until the end.
Wendy, there's a word for that.
She's talking about a date, Marie. A ride to the movies, a movie, a ride back home. Get your mind out of the gutter.
I mean, we could raffle one of us off and make at least $100.
Hey, I don't do raffles.
Okay. I'm willing to make the supreme sacrifice and volunteer myself.
Too little, too late.
The only way this plan is going to work is if we get someone really desirable on the line. But like I said before, I'm not doing it.
Oh, like you'd raise a lot, Cindy.
More than you, Wendy.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, well, too bad.
Excuse me, I said I would
You
do
don't
it.
bet me.
You're on.
Okay.
Wendy, Cindy, listen to yourselves. We shouldn't be fighting. But this raffle idea of Wendy's might have something to it.
Thank you very much, Marie. Wait a minute, you're actually agreeing with me?
I'm shocked myself. But Dad needs the money.
I agree. And as I was saying, the rafflee should be me.
What? Wait, before you volunteer, you should think. Do you really want to be the object of desire of every boy at St. Augustine's? We'll draw straws.
When I feel good like I'm feeling today, you better lock your daughters away. Yeah. Lock up your daughters, better keep them in sight. Don't let them get close to me. Yeah. Lock up your daughters, I got loving on my mind. Baby, it's a long night. Baby, it's a long night. Hey. Lock 'em up.
$1,233. You're kidding! I counted it 3 times. Wow! I can't wait to see the look of Dad's face. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. We can't give Dad all this money. He'll ask how we got it.
I'd be proud to tell him. Proud? Don't you ever think before you speak?
Yes, I certainly... Oh.
So we had to get the money to Dad without getting any of the credit we so richly deserve.
So, has this date taken place yet? No. Have you picked your winner yet?
Yes?
And he is...
Mom, that's not important.
You want to bet?
I'm going out with the 2nd floor of Hunt's Hall. Oh, I can handle them.
Gee, those crazy guys that went in together on 100 tickets.
Mom, we had the best of intentions. Please don't tell Daddy.
Mom, what are you doing?
Thinking.
Where are you going?
I'm going to pray.
Mom acts like no girl's ever gone out with 12 guys before.
Seaver. Dr. Jason. Nah.
We don't get many references to growing pains, and that is probably the most direct one we get for a while.
Coach,
Father.
I saw your light was on. Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Good.
No.
Not good.
Father, I got a dilemma here. I'm at the end of my rope. Mind if I bend your ear for a little while?
Of course. Would this have anything to do with you hugging Dwayne this morning?
Well, as a matter of fact, it does.
That's no dilemma. The church has a very clear policy on that.
No. You see, Father, I got a package in the mail yesterday. I don't know who sent it, but I know I can't keep it.
Was this package for you?
Well, it was addressed to me.
Then it's yours. What's the dilemma?
Well, you see, it was cash. My wife says it was a gift from God. Now, I know in your line of work, you gotta believe in miracles, but for a guy like me...
So, like, a lot of cash?
Over $1,000, Padre. I mean, sure, I could use it. What person couldn't use $1,000 in cash?
For that matter, what school?
Well, I didn't earn it. I didn't ask for it, and I'm not a charity case. So I can't keep it.
You can't?
No.
Really? My son, sometimes we all need to talk to a shepherd. Someone wiser than we are, who can point the way.
An expert.
Correct. Now, let's assume this money is from God. What do you think he would want you to do with it? I personally think that God is interested in private Catholic schools scraping to get by, but that's just me.
Yeah. Talk to an expert. You're absolutely right, Father.
Thank you. You spend enough time dealing with people and their problems, you develop a certain... Lubbock, Right through my fingers. I could use a little help down here.
Yo, God? It's called, Graham. I came in to talk to you. Well, I guess you know that. You know everything. About this money. What am I gonna do? Elizabeth says it was a gift from you, and, well, heck, since I couldn't find out who on earth would give it to me, I guess it's a miracle. There, I said it. It's the only explanation that makes sense. I'm sorry, it didn't occur to me right off the bat. Now, look, I sure as shooting don't mean to seem ungrateful. I mean, it was sweet of you. Damn sweet. I'm sorry. Look, I know that the track record of guys that have said no to you is lousy at best. But I gotta give you this back. I mean, you've already given me everything I need. Not a lot of money or hair. Not that I mind, no sir. But I'm talking about the important things in life. Like Elizabeth and all my kids. Gosh, you've been generous beyond all reason in the kids department. Heck, I'm always open to those kinds of miracles. There, I said it again. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks for thinking of me. But use this money on somebody who really needs it. Amen.
Father Hargis being the exception, he's more of a comic figure, although he does have one episode in particular about faith that's really powerful. I do feel like Just the 10 of Us probably, at the very least, I can't think of really any examples right now, other than, funnily enough, maybe The Simpsons, that depicted religion in such a positive, respectful way. I'm Methodist, which is kind of like Catholic light, so to speak. But I don't know. I really enjoyed this. This part here in particular, and just this entire show. It approached religion in a way that was, to me anyway, not sacrilegious, but also not over the top stuffy. And it just felt very genuine.
Now, if I'm doing the wrong thing here, I'd sure appreciate a word. I didn't figure. Elizabeth.
Graham Lubbock, that is just about the most wonderful thing I've ever heard.
Well, how long have you been here?
About 5 rosaries. It was after I talked to the girls. And Graham, I think there's something else you should know.
What?
We all love you very much.
Hi, we're here to pick up Cindy for our dream date.
Yeah! Right. My mom left instructions in case a group of boys came by.
Well, what did she say to do?
This.
So I really appreciate the fact that Graham donated the money. I also like that Elizabeth didn't tell the girl's secret. I just think that's a really nice... It was a really nice thing that she did. You know, not betraying her daughter's trust. They begged her not to tell Dad. I think she was going to. But then when she saw that he had come to terms with where the money may have come from, she decided it was okay to leave it alone. Almost as if like maybe she viewed it as a miracle after all. Even though she knew where the money came from. Now, the moving expense was not explained away, but clearly, somehow or another, they made it work. Anyway, this is one of my favorite episodes. Definitely my favorite of the first season. Hope you enjoyed it too. What'd you think? Let me know in the comments below. And I will see you next week with our last episode of season 1.